if it's complicated, it's probably not the truth. The truth is always simple. It's not always easy, but it is always simple. When it's complicated or complex, doesn't matter if it's in your mind or in your heart, probably means that you're running away. You're trying to escape the truth. You're making it overwhelming, complex, and complicated because you're not willing to face the simple truth in the eye because it's inconvenient. Maybe it's hurtful. Maybe it's something that makes you afraid. I remember the most memorable Y Combinator dinner that I participated. Now, when was this? This was 2011, so 9 years ago. Was from a group of founders that were not the richest or most successful or most experienced CEOs and founders that had spoken at our YC batch at these dinners. We had billionaire founders, we had billionaire investors, we had icons of industries come and speak. And they were all great, but I don't remember what they talked about. But these guys, these founders, 9 years ago, said something that blew my mind. They talked about their philosophy, and one of the things that they said that really crashed my worldview was that in their world, in their mind, in their philosophy, when something was too difficult, they stopped doing it. Back then, my worldview was that if you wanted to be a real founder, a real entrepreneur, you had to do very, very difficult things. You had to suffer, you had to go through pain, you had to persevere. And so when they said, when something is hard, we just stop, I was like, are they serious? And they explained, if something is too hard right now for us to do, it usually means one of three things. Either this is the wrong time to do it, so the timing is off, or we are the wrong people to do it, so we don't have the correct people to tackle this problem, or we're using the wrong approach, the wrong tactic, or the wrong strategy. Either way, it doesn't matter what of these three things is true, it means that we should stop and reevaluate in a little bit. And oftentimes they mentioned things that were very difficult in the moment became very easy and simple to do down the line. Either they had hired the right person on the team and that person knew exactly how to do this simply and successfully, or the timing had aligned and now that the resources or they had the support or the momentum of the market to do something, or they discovered a better, simpler strategy or approach. Or what they said most of the time, they realized in the future they should have never worked on this or done this anyways, so they were glad that they stopped. This really impacted my world, really shook it. And I remember struggling with this. It felt true, but it conflicted so much with the way I had lived my life and my personal philosophy and compass that I was struggling with it. I was battling this, but I wasn't letting it go because it felt true. And I remember just a couple of weeks later being in our first office, assembling furniture. And I remember one piece of furniture, a chair, was really difficult to put together. I remember trying to put one piece into the other and it just couldn't. And I was struggling and I was sweating and I was cursing in my mind. It was like, what the fuck? And I started thinking, this is broken, this is wrong, the instruction is wrong, or this chair is not correct, this isn't working. And then I took a break, and when I reapproached the chair, I realized that I was trying to put these two pieces together in the wrong order. And when I turned them around, it just did click, click, and it was gone, it was done. It was as simple as that. And then I remembered the founders in the YC dinner and their advice, and I thought, fuck, they were right. If you do it the right way, it's simple. If you don't know how to do it the right way, it's very, very difficult. That's where struggle comes in. And years later, as I became more successful, and as I started to publish more content and write ebooks and give talks all around the world and do a podcast, and I started to have some notoriety and some audience, and people came to me for advice, especially on entrepreneurship and sales, I started telling people and realizing one simple truth that was built on top of that one, which is that most people are not looking for advice. They're not looking for what to do. They already know in the heart of hearts what to do. They're looking for a more convenient answer to the question, what do I need to do here? Because the answer they have, the simple answer, is an answer they don't like. I always on stage tell people that my advice on sales and entrepreneurship could be summarized. If you were a person that wanted to lose weight, not that I'm an expert, and you came to me, my advice would be eat broccoli and work out, motherfucker. Like, eat healthy stuff, put green stuff into your body, and sweat, right? Move your body, use your body. If you put good food in your system, and if you use your system, you work out, you're gonna lose weight. It's as simple as that. Well, why are there thousands and thousands of new books published every year on the subject of gain loss and fitness? Why are there a million different gadgets? Why are there a million different, new fitness, memes and themes and trends? Zamba, Mamba, this, that, other philosophy. There's trillions and trillions of industries and dollars being spent, to help people with the answer to the question, how can I lose weight? But the real question is, how can I lose weight conveniently? Because the age-old truth, the truth that is timeless, that was true 100 years ago, 200 years ago, will be true 100 years from now. Put good food in your body, not too much, not too little, the right food, and work out. That truth is inconvenient, although it's simple and true. And so today, I want to give you a little challenge. What is an area of your life that you're currently struggling with, that you're trying with your mind to find a solution to, that seems to you very complex, very complicated, very difficult, overwhelming, seems like a labyrinth, like a maze. You're like, I can't find the right solution. I cannot find the answer to how to deal with this. And then ask yourself and write it down. What would be a simple truth, a simpler way at looking at this problem, but a way that I would hate? What would be a simple truth that would hurt? If it hurts, it's probably true.